the Event Horizon. 2. A deep space exploration vessel was humanity's boldest leap into the unknown. Its mission, to venture beyond the furthest observed galaxies and chart the true nature of the universe's expansion. On board, a crew of highly trained scientists and engineers, led by the stoic Captain Eva Rojas and the brilliant but eccentric Dr. Eris Thorne, held the hopes of Earth. Their initial findings were perplexing. The redshift data, which measured the expansion rate of the universe, was inconsistent, chaotic. It wasn't the smooth, accelerating expansion predicted by current cosmological models. It was as if the fabric of space-time itself was fluctuating, rippling with unseen forces. Dr. Thorne, initially exhilarated by the discovery, began to obsess over the anomalies. He pored over the data, his sleep becoming erratic, his demeanor increasingly agitated. Then came the voids. Not empty space, which still registers something, residual radiation, quantum fluctuations. These were regions of absolute nothingness. No matter, no energy, no space-time, no anything. They were holes in reality, defying all known laws of physics. The ship's sensors registered them as errors, as if the universe itself was glitching. The crew's morale, initially high, began to plummet. The vastness of space, once a source of wonder, now felt oppressive, hostile. The silence of the void was no longer peaceful. It was the silence of a predator, waiting to strike. And then they heard them, the void singers. They weren't audible sounds. They were ideas, concepts, messages implanted directly into the minds of the crew. At first, they were subtle, fleeting impressions, a sense of unease, a feeling of being watched, a nagging doubt about the fundamental nature of reality. Dr. Thorne was the first to articulate it. He claimed the void singers were communicating, revealing the truth about the universe, a truth so horrifying, so incomprehensible, that it shattered the foundations of human understanding. "It's not expanding," Thorne declared during one increasingly erratic log entry, his voice a breathless whisper. "It's unraveling, dissolving, like a simulation being deleted, line by line, pixel by pixel." He spoke of impossible geometries, of dimensions beyond human comprehension, of a reality that was fundamentally flawed, destined for oblivion. He described the void singers not as beings, but as absences, holes in the fabric of existence, the agents of this cosmic dissolution. The crew, trained to be rational, to rely on empirical evidence, struggled to cope with Thorne's increasingly deranged pronouncements. Captain Rojas, a veteran of deep space, tried to maintain order, to cling to the scientific method, but even she couldn't deny the evidence mounting before her eyes. They witnessed matter simply vanish. Not exploding, not imploding, but unbecoming. One moment, a piece of equipment, a section of the hull, even a star in the distance would be there. The next, it would be gone, as if it had never existed. Erased. The temporal distortions were the next to manifest. Time became fluid, unreliable. Clocks would speed up, slow down, even run backward. Crew members experienced moments of déjà vu so intense they bordered on physical pain. They saw glimpses of their past, their future, and other possibilities, all jumbled together in a chaotic, nonsensical stream. The void. Singer's messages grew more frequent, more intrusive. They were no longer subtle impressions. They were overwhelming pronouncements, hammering into the crew's minds. Existence is a temporary anomaly. Your universe is a flawed equation. The silence awaits. You were never meant to be. Zero is the only truth. The crew began to break down. Some succumbed to catatonic despair. Others became violent, lashing out at phantoms only they could see. Thorne, however, seemed to find a perverse kind of peace in the unraveling. He embraced the void, claiming it was the ultimate liberation, the escape from the illusion of reality. Captain Rojas, witnessing the disintegration of her crew and the universe around them, made a desperate decision to turn the ship around to return to Earth, even if it meant carrying the horrifying truth with them. But it was too late. The unraveling was accelerating. The voids were growing larger, consuming more and more of the surrounding space. The temporal distortions became so severe that the ship's systems began to fail. Reality itself was breaking down around them. In her final log entry, Captain Rojas's voice was a strained, distorted whisper, barely audible above the cacophony of groaning metal, shrieking alarms, and the incessant, maddening singing of the void. It's not darkness. It's nothing, not even emptiness. Less than that. We were wrong about everything. There is no God, no afterlife, no anything, just unbecoming. And it's coming for all of you. The transmission ended abruptly. The Event Horizon 2, along with its crew, was gone. Erased. Leaving behind only this fragmented record, a testament to the ultimate horror. The end of not just life, but of existence itself. The silence of the void had claimed them all, and it was spreading.